It ain't posted stats tonight. Mm-mm. Can't be. Played pretty well, but well, I ain't gonna say he played well, but it can't be posted stats tonight. But y'all gonna post our motherfucking record tonight. 6-1. 6-1. Post that shit. I had to get that out of my system, man. I just I just had to get that out of my system. Hey yo, look, if this had been the Pels last year, we probably would have just been like, all right, they gonna pack it in. And I know we had a comeback against Boston last year, and I think it was in Boston too, but whatever. Damn. Vooch almost had a triple double. He was one assist off of a triple double. Goddamn. You know what? This is the first game where I feel just about everybody came along. Um, Lonzo had a brilliant shooting first half, but he kind of trickled off. Really, it was a brilliant shooting first quarter, but he kind of trickled off after that. um, he didn't hit any of his other four shots that were mid ranges and layups. And he had a bad one that we're not even going to talk about. Matter of fact, this is his first game, I think, starting where he has a minus, plus minus. DeRozan had 37 points, 15 to 20. 3 or 4 shooting from three. Yo, post my man motherfucking stats, yo. My man, hey. DeRozan said, fuck it, I'm Jesus. 37, 7 and 2, man. 15 to 20. That nigga took 20 shots and said, hold this shit to your motherfucking chest. Punk bitches. He missed that one free throw though that kind of pissed me off, but Javante Green had 6 points, 8 rebounds, 50% shooting. He missed this 1 3 attempt. Ain't much to say, you know. Vooch had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 5 of 11 shooting. His 3 balls still wasn't falling worth a damn, but he wasn't too bad today. Zach was struggling. Like he got it going, and he was kind of forcing it, but he was 1 of 8 from three. He could not hit shit from three. Um, but he got 26 points because he went to the free throw line 7 times, and he hit all 7. But he got 26, 3, and 7. Okay. Zoe had 12, 6, and 4, 4, 10 shooting from the field, 4 of 6 from three. Really, honestly, he probably should have finished the game with 20. He should have had 20, but he was selling like a motherfucker. He was just giving it up. Okay, let's get into this bench, right? Because this is what we need to talk about. 9 points for Derrick Jones Jr. 9 points for Alex Caruso, even though that nigga turned over the ball 3 times and had 4 personal fouls. Ayo Desuma, 14 fucking points. Tony Bradley, 4 points. Add all that up, what the fuck do you get? 36. 36. You got 36 points from your fucking bench. 36. The starters had, let me do this real quick, maths real quick. Let's see, that's 48, 60, 86, 92 points. And your bench gave you the other 36. Let me make sure I do this math right, though. 12 plus 26 is 38. 49. 86. Yeah, 92. 92 points. And then the bench gave you 9 and 9 is 18, 18 and 14 is 32, 36. Yeah. I don't know. Something don't seem like it's adding up. Maybe this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this, but something don't seem like it's adding up. Maybe I'm miscalculating. Maybe this shit ain't updated properly. But say, look, man. Let's discuss this shit because I know I'm just kind of going over the stats. Well, let me touch on the Celtic stats real quick, and then we can talk about the game. Tatum had 20, and he seemed like he was shooting better than what he was. He's 8 of 22 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He seemed like he was actually doing better than what he was. Horford had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 8 of 15 shooting. Wooch couldn't do shit with him. Robert Williams, he ended up leaving the game. I think that was huge for us. I think that's part of the reason why we won this game too. 6 points, 5 rebounds, nothing to write home about. Jalen was cooking our motherfucking ass, especially Zoe. Zoe had nothing for him, and he was talking cash money shit to Zoe. He was in Zoe's ear, and he let him know he was being a bitch. He let him know he was bitching him. It was 28-7 and 3, and Jalen couldn't hit shit. Like that second quarter, Jalen got going. It just because we had the lead, and then he just single handedly said "fuck this," and it was just like they were passing the baton, him and Tatum. Smart had 16 points, 5 of 11 shooting. Their bench, they played more guys than. Well, okay, some of these guys came in the last minute, so I'm not gonna count them. But Josh Richardson 7 points, Dennis Schroeder 13 points, um, Romeo Langford 4, Grant Williams nothing, Peyton Pritchard 0. I mean, they bench didn't contribute to winning tonight. It was really their wings, and we should have lost this game. We should have fucking lost this game. But again, big wings, man. And they played, and I'm surprised they ran this lineup, but they played Smart, JB, Tatum at the small forward, Horford at power forward, and Williams at center. I'm surprised they ran that lineup, but my God, look, let's talk about this shit. One, let me just say, we got the number 1 seed. We got the best record in the league right now. So hold that shit to your chest if you had the audacity to talk about this team. I need you to hold that motherfucker, put it right up there on your chest, and wear that motherfucker. So, we lost every quarter except the fourth. We had 34-35 was the first, very close game. They didn't play any defense. Boston kind of gave it to us in the second quarter. Third quarter, they had 36 points. So think about this. They had 35, 32, and 36. Fourth quarter, 11 points. 11 fucking points. And we had 39 points in that quarter. We needed all 28 in that differential. It was 34-35 first quarter, 25-32 second quarter, 30-36 in the third quarter, and then 39-11 for us to win by 14. How do you have two fucking all-star level scorers and y'all can't get more than 11 points in. Y'all can't get more than 11 points in the fourth? Shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening, man. It should not be happening. That to me, this is a fireable offense. And I know some people are already calling for Ume's head. And here's the thing. I feel like this is the like okay, either this team does something this year, or they blowing this shit up, and this ain't it. They're 2-5 now. This ain't it, Celtics. This ain't it. But let me talk about the game. Enough about the stats and stuff. So look, for the better part of the game, we were right there with them rebounding. Like they did, and it seemed like they were getting a bunch of second chance opportunities. We were right there equal with them rebounding. The biggest discrepancy was the 3-point shooting, which I don't know what it is right now, but at one point it was 39% for us and 59% for them. They had a 20% better shooting for three. So that's one of the issues. The defense was horrendous. And it didn't help that Zoe got cooked by Jalen and Tatum. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why they didn't start trapping. They started trapping in the second half, and not even in the beginning. They started trapping like late in the third and into the fourth. That's when they really started making a run. Is when that happened, and they had the bench in. Now we were killing them on assists. We were turning the ball over. We couldn't take care of the ball. Couldn't take care of the ball. That was part of the reason for the lead too. Um, but a couple other things that we need to discuss here. So Tony Bradley has been a godsend off the bench, and I feel like he should have played more, and I feel like he should play more every game. But I feel like it kind of put them into a bind when they lost Robert Williams, and it was just kind of like, okay, well, there's our true big, so we got to play whoever. And now you got to, like, you can't attack us from the paint, so you just have to throw up shots. And then you got our bench guys who are energetic and chipper because they get to play and they need to play and they need to make their presence felt up on your guards and they can't get a shot. And then you got Ayo going 6 for 6. Game changer. What's the guy's name for us? Because I swear I fuck up these two names for whatever reason. What's the name? Yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. He was fantastic, man. He was fantastic defensively. I think he has the highest plus minus on the team for this game. Yep, plus 23. Gave us 9 points. 3 or 5 shooting. Went to the free throw line, got 2 shots. That's another thing, man. Caruso went to the free throw line. He hit all his. We were pretty much 100% for the free throw line until DeRozan missed that one. Boston missed a couple of theirs. That's a game changer. And I think Stacey King said this at the end of the game. He was like, all of Ayo's 14 points was the difference in this game. It definitely helped us to bring this game back. The main thing, what saved this game is the energy of the bench and Tony Bradley, them losing Williams, and the pressuring they did on Tatum and Brown, because they went like they had Tatum in with their bench unit, and the thing that was pissing me off, and I said they gotta stop doing this. When they did start to send the trap, the starters, they always sent it off of JB's man. And to me, for the love of God, he was the one killing us. He was killing everything that moved. I don't know why the fuck you would send the help off of JB, man. Somebody got to stick there. And I know I've been in chats and with other people, we were talking about this shit, and it's like, well, just have the man bump down on JB. Okay, that's cool and all, but now Tatum can make the cross-court pass. Okay, so you close out on him. And now JB is open, and he's going to get the ball. And now whoever that came off of him, probably Lonzo, has to catch up and guard him. And he was already getting cooked. I'd rather play ball than now on him. If we're going to lose, If we're going to fucking lose this game, let me run through a list of players I would much rather beat us. Al Horford, Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, Josh Richardson, Dennis Schroeder, Romeo Langford, Grant Williams, Peyton Pritchard, Aaron Nesmith, Bruno Fernando, Juancho Hernan-Gomez, Enes Kanter, Jabari Parker, Sam Harser, and Broderick Thomas. Basically, everybody else on this team that ain't Tatum and Brown. Raptors beat the Knicks, people. They're 5-3. Guess what? That makes our win against them look even better. Everybody, the Wizards lost tonight too. They're 5-2. They lost 118 to 111. 76ers won. They're 5-2. Okay. What other games matter? Hornets won. They're 5-3. Cleveland dropped to 4-4. Pacers beat the Spurs 131 to 118. Hooray! I guess. We're 6-1, man. Let me get back to this game real quick. I'm sorry, I just had to check real quick because I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I gave all my energy cheering for this game. I'm done. So that's why it ain't no hype. Nothing. Look, man. Let's talk about this from another angle. So we did a good job shooting the ball in the beginning, and then we got broken down by Tatum and Brown. Wings, big wings, and DeRozan couldn't keep anybody in front of him, and Vooch couldn't guard Al Horford. Defense at the beginning of this game for both sides was terrible. Okay, that's why the start of the game was what it was. The start of the game was 34-35. We hadn't really been giving up a bunch of 30-point quarters until we played Boston. By the skin of our teeth, that we were able to hold them to 11. Now, here's what I said. I said to beat them, we were going to have to keep them to 24, and we are going to have to score 40. We put up 39 and kept them to 11, which is even better. Had they got the extra 13, they would have had 127. We still win by 2, but it's a lot closer game. Okay? We actually did way better. We scored the highest of both teams for a quarter by putting up 39. We waited right to when we needed to put it up, and we kept them down 11 points. When a team like this, see, here's what we got to keep in mind, right? Most of the time, we're not going to win in rebounding. So what comes up next? Turnovers. And so turnovers is the other thing. And from now on, I'm going to start keeping track of turnovers and rebounding as like a together stat. Because that's the difference maker for most of our games. That and free throws. And I think we're top 2 or 3 as far as free throw percentage. I think we're shooting like 85% or something crazy like that. That's going to determine most of our games. If you go look at our shot charts, we don't shoot that many threes. We don't shoot that many mid-ranges. That's like 13-14% of our shots. And I think 13 or 15% is threes. But the rest is like in the paint and free throws. And so that matters. Speaking of, this team don't get into the paint enough for my liking. Like transition, yeah, okay, cool. But we got to get into the paint. because getting into the paint makes us what we are. We got to get into the paint more. Um, every game I'm noticing this. It's like we are not getting dribble penetration enough to get into the paint and make something happen. Now, DeRozan to get up in there, he's got a myriad of ways to finish around the rim, and that's fine. But Zach can get there from time to time too. But the team in general is not doing a good enough job, in my opinion, of getting into the paint to make or create something for someone else. Usually, once they get into the paint, it's like tunnel vision. I'm looking to score. Now, there are times when they get there and they dribble around, yada, yada, yada. But the last game, pretty much I think every game, and I will at some point go back and rewatch every single game they have played. And I'm going to look for that. But that's one of the huge issues to me is nothing in the paint. Got to get to the paint. When you get into the paint, you can draw fouls. And that's part of the reason we won this game too. Rosen kept getting into the paint. Slowed the game down. Free throw. Let Zach rest because he played the entire quarter. He had 38 minutes. Okay, go back and set up your defense. We get the ball. We get a deflection. We're out running. They got to foul us now because they don't want to give up the transition basket. And you got Marcus Smart giving up these shitty-ass fouls in the beginning, trapping people, grabbing people by the leg and shit. Put yourselves into the bonus, okay? Every foul now, doesn't matter. We're going to the free throw line. 3 points. And I don't know if you guys remember, but this is one of the things that I bitched about all last year with the Pelicans. Is the free throws. You got to get there. You got to hit them shits. They changed the game. That's 3 fucking points. And so when it's 4 minutes left in the game, you got DeRozan getting to the line. You got Caruso getting to the line. You got Zach LaVine getting to the line. It's like 39-11. It's free throws. It's right there. It's fucking free throws. And at one point, I think we were like hitting free throws at like 100% rate. We had hit them all. And I think they were like 70 or 80 something. Difference maker. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Matter of fact, let me see here. Let me go take a look. I know this shit is off sometime, but let me try to see, even based off of how inaccurate this shit is. Let's see. Where we at on free throw attempts? Okay. Says they went 20 times. Okay, let me go back. Says they hit 20. Well, they went 20 times and they hit 15, which is it should be 75%, right? Now the Bulls, I don't think we went as much as them, or we either went to about the same amount. But let's see. 18 attempts, 17. So we got 3 more than them, or 2 more than them on less attempts. 94.4%. I'm not sure how accurate that'll be. Actually, looking at the game or whatever. But anyway. That's the game, man. It's the fucking game. They gotta play better defense, but my God, man. They shouldn't have won that game. They stole that. They stole that motherfucker. They stole it. And it's okay. We 6-1. 6-1. And the one we lost by 1 point. Now we got Philly twice this week. And then we got Brooklyn, I think probably next Monday, and then we start the other 10 games. Sometime this week, I am going to give y'all the next 10 games after that. If y'all remember, I've done the first 10 and then the second 10, so I'm going to do the third 10 um, within the next week. Okay? Um, Theoretically, because Tobias Harris is out with COVID protocols, we could be 8-1 by the time this week over and have to face Brooklyn, which could be a potential 9-1, which is still on record for my 60 wins. Um, if they do, first of all, let me say this: more and more tape is coming out about us, so this shit is getting harder, which is to be expected. So we're winning, but we're gonna drop some games coming up, especially on this road trip, because we play like 7 games in like 10 nights or something like that. I know we got that back to back with the Clippers and the Lakers, but it's gonna be hell on earth. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Y'all have a good one. Peace.